Hello everyone, happy 2026. It's editor Philip here with an update video to kick the new year off, just because I figured, hey, it's been a while since we've updated you guys in video form, so I felt it only appropriate to kick the new year off as such. We're going to keep this short, just because in the past we've released update videos that go on for ages and ages, and we don't want that, so let's keep this short, succinct, and to the point. First and foremost, to kick this update off with some good news, we are happy to announce that the Danganronpa 2 analysis is officially going into the editing stage. Yes, finally, after several rewrites of certain points of the script, and then having to spend over 30 audio sessions, like getting it all done, because it's a massive, massive video. Finally, we have gotten all of our audio editor Nick's rough audio edits for all of these sessions done and over with, and now Tifa and I are going to be going in and doing the editing for the video. Now, does that mean the video is going to be done like lickety split and that it's not going to take all that much time? No, absolutely not, because this video is by far the longest thing we have ever made. It is several videos in one. It is going to be a multi-hour affair, maybe about like 5 to 6 hours, somewhere in that time range. It's going to be a massive ordeal, and it's going to take us a while to edit, on top of also having our own jobs on the side, and also editing other stuff for the channel as well, including stuff for Bun Plays, which I'll get to later on. It's gonna be a busy year as far as like editing is concerned, but I am pleased to say we are now in this stage of getting the video actually done. So we're considering uploading, a few previews as time goes on, just for your guys' sake, because it has been so long. But once this is done, we promise there will not be videos of this magnitude again, at least until we get to Danganronpa V3. But by that point, that's going to be like the very end of the Danganronpa marathon. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how we go when we reach that point. The next big videos following the DR2 analysis is going to be a video essay on Genshin Impact, as well as, finally, the next episode of History of One Piece. The former of which has been fully recorded and audio edited, for that matter, rough audio edited, and then the latter of which has been fully scripted, and then we'll be beginning her recording of that video real soon. So by the time that Danganronpa 2 video is already done, Tifa and I are already going to have big scripted videos to edit immediately after that. We also have future Midnight Combo Pack episodes and other analysis stuff that we're going to be, working on the side as far as the scripting process is concerned, but we'll wait to announce some of that stuff when it actually is in a state where it can move forward. So look forward to that when we get Danganronpa 2 done. As far as the podcasts are concerned, you may have noticed that the Backslog ended up taking quite the hiatus for a long time, and we do apologize about that. There are several reasons for that, one of which being that maybe it was not a good idea this early in the podcast's life, when we're still working out the structure, to try and handle a series like Fate Stay Night, which is 3 individual big routes, covered in like 3 different anime series, and try and do that all back to back. Probably wasn't a good idea. It probably was not a good idea. But the Heaven's Feel podcast will likely be happening either later this month or sometime early in February. And then following that, we want to scale the Backslog back tremendously, just so we can reinvigorate the podcast and get back on track of like streaming that podcast at a more consistent basis. But what has been slowly but surely getting more consistent is the Disney debate. And it's to the point where usually we release the like recap and top 10 list of the previous year's movies in like April or May, but knock on wood here, it looks like we'll be able to get that list done by February. And if we can get it done by February, it does mean that it is likely we'll be able to get future Disney debate episodes out at a more consistent pace, and have more Disney debate episodes this year than we have had for basically all of this decade. Like all of the 2020s in general. Hopefully that happens. It's all going to depend on how quickly we can get that top 10 list of 2025 out. But luckily, things are moving forward, and we hope to have that episode of the podcast out in February. On the Bun Squad gaming side of things, we of course have our playthroughs of Sonic 3 and Knuckles and Tsukihime, A Piece of Blue Glass Moon, both running simultaneously. We have been very happy with the result of both of those. Tifa and I have been having a lot of fun editing Sonic and Tsukihime respectively, and we can't wait to show you guys some absolutely hilarious stuff coming up, especially in the case of Tsukihime. Like, oh my god, there is some great stuff coming up for that. The next episode is going to be pretty harsh, though. We'll get to that when we get to it. If you know Tsukihime, you know what's coming. With that being said, on top of the main playthroughs, we also have some new series that we want to do on Bun Squad Gaming as well, to kind of liven up the gaming channel and, you know, spruce it up with some new content, since it's been desperately needing it for a long time now. And these series are going to be one series for Zen and one series for myself. Very similar in nature, but with different goals in mind. Zen will be starting up a series called Quest Log, and I will be starting up a series called Rest Mode. Both of these are similar in the sense of they will be long play gaming videos. They will be going for about like 5 or 6 hours approximately per video, and it's just going to be us sitting down, having low-key commentary, not really worried about trying to like perform or entertain like Zen does in the main Bun Squad series, and also just have a relaxed environment in these long play sessions. The main difference is that Questlog with Zen is going to be more focused on like ongoing games and like massive time sinks, stuff like Final Fantasy XIV and Zenless Zone Zero, you know, stuff that takes like a while to get through. So we figured, hey, like having a more long form series like this would work for games like those, whereas Rest Mode is going to be a calmer series suitable for something like background noise or sleep aid, where I just pick a game. Doesn't have to be to completion. Some games I do want to finish to completion in this series, but it doesn't need to be. It's more so going to just be like, I pick a game and we just relax for 5 or 6 hours. You can put something to put on while you're doing work or trying to get to sleep or something like that. No big spikes in audio throughout. And while both of these series are going to be more on the infrequent end, we don't plan on releasing them as often as we do with the main series, which are our main bread and butter for the gaming channel. We really have wanted to do more long form stuff that requires less editing for a while now. Both Zen and I have wanted to do this, and I feel like this is going to be a good opportunity to try and experiment with gameplay formats that we haven't like tried before. And finally, one last thing I want to touch on was that an element that we've wanted to seep into the channel, myself in particular, more so than Zen, is that I've wanted to start doing more YouTube shorts for the main Bun Squad channel. This will in part be highlights from stuff like the gaming channel or past analysis videos or past Midnight Combo Pack videos, but it will also be a lot of news videos about franchises we've covered, like One Piece, or the Nasuverse, or Sonic, or Kingdom Hearts, you know, stuff like that. As someone who hasn't really tried out short form content, this is a form of experimentation that I really want to step into and see if it's something that would suit the Bun Squad and would suit myself personally. So you can be on the lookout for that sometime this year. So hopefully all goes well this year. It's been a very stressful time in our personal lives and with the world in general, and hopefully with luck and perseverance we can make the Bun Squad a place where you can just escape and have fun in 2026. So look forward to everything we have coming out, and until next time, I'm Philip, and Zen and I look forward to entertaining you all throughout the year.